In today's business and financial news, let's discuss Poshmark. So, Poshmark has been trending online for a few reasons, mostly related to their fees. And as a reseller who doesn't sell a lot on Poshmark, it wasn't of high interest to us at first, but then we received an email directly from the CEO. Well, us and everyone else on Poshmark received an email from the CEO on Monday this week. So Monday was October 21st, so 2 days ago. And that piqued our interest. So we looked over it, but honestly had to focus on our own sales. But let's circle back to it. Let's circle back to what's going on with Poshmark, and then let's see the reactions from those online. So in this article by TechCrunch, it's entitled Poshmark Reverses Decision to Lower Selling Fees After Sellers Experience a Drop in Sales. So that's something we obviously don't want to have as sellers. A drop in our sales. It's already difficult enough to get these sales. So this article again is by TechCrunch and it is dated October 21st. So this came out on Monday, likely shortly after everyone received the email from the Poshmark CEO. Let's continue into the article. Shortly after the social marketplace Poshmark announced it would lower selling fees and increase fees for buyers, the company decided to revert to its original fee structure following outrage among sellers. So on one hand, lowering selling fees would be good for the sellers, but increasing fees for buyers would likely make buyers less interested in purchasing on Poshmark, which of course affects the sellers, so sellers weren't very happy about that. I did see some videos online from sellers who are more active on Poshmark. Didn't necessarily pay a whole lot of attention to them, but let's continue. In an email sent to sellers on Monday, founder and CEO Manish Chandra wrote an apology about the fee change, saying it resulted in shoppers spending less on purchases, leaving our sellers with less cash in their pockets despite the fee reduction. Okay, I'm sure we appreciate that apology. Chandra added, the outcome of the change did not meet our expectations, and I sincerely apologize for the disruption and impact that this has had on you being the sellers. Earlier this month, Poshmark introduced a new fee structure to replace the earlier 20% seller fee. So again, this month is October. I'm recording this on October 23rd, which is a Wednesday, and the announcement by the CEO that we're reviewing today was again made on Monday, the 21st, October 21st. So a lot has happened concerning Poshmark over this month, so the last 23 days. Let's get back to the article. Earlier this month, Poshmark introduced a new fee structure to replace the original 20% seller fee. The new structure included a 5.99% fee for sellers and a 5.99% protection fee for buyers. Okay, what are we protecting the buyers from? Maybe it will say later in this article. Additionally, both buyers and sellers were required to pay an extra $1, $2, or $3 based on the total order amount. Okay. For example, orders under $15 incur a $1 fee, orders between $15 and $50 incur a $2 fee, and orders over $50 incur a $3 fee. Buyers are still responsible for covering shipping costs. Many sellers expressed their disappointment on Reddit about the new system, stating that their sales had significantly decreased, possibly due to customers abandoning their purchases after seeing the new fee. One Redditor mentioned that they used to make 12 to 15 sales per week, but were now making fewer than 5. Poshmark is not the first resale platform to face this kind of backlash. In March, Mercari began eliminating seller fees completely and charging buyers a service fee for hassle-free returns. Not surprisingly, people were unhappy, and Mercari reversed part of its policy after just 2 months. Have you all heard about Mercari reversing this policy or anything concerning Mercari? Do you all still buy and sell on Mercari? Let us know in the comments. Let's continue the article. Poshmark's original fee structure will become effective this Thursday, October 24th. It's also issuing sellers a rebate for the difference in seller fees on listings created and edited during the fee change period, so October 3rd to October 23rd, and sold from October 24th through October 27th. So that's thoughtful of them to go back and issue the sellers a rebate for their sellers' fees. I'm sure the sellers appreciate that as well. And it appears that that is the end of this article. Obviously, this article references the CEO's letter, but let's go back and actually read the letter for those of you who are interested in what exactly the CEO said. It's called the letter from the CEO. He starts, "Dear Poshmark community, one of our core values is together we grow. And every decision we make is guided by our deep commitment to you, our community. In this spirit, we have decided to revert to our original fee structure effective October 24th, 2024. We made the recent fee change with the goal of helping you, our sellers, grow and earn more by balancing fees between sellers and shoppers. However, over the past few weeks, we have seen that shoppers spent less on purchases as they shifted their spending from orders to fees, leaving our sellers with less cash in their pockets, despite the seller fee reduction. We've spoken with many of you and listened closely to your feedback. The outcome of the change did not meet our expectations, and I sincerely apologize for the disruption and impact that this has had on you." The letter continues, "Here's what we're doing to make it right," and there are 4 bullet points. Number 1, we're reverting to the original seller fee structure. Effective October 24th, 2024, we're returning to the original fee structure of 20% seller fee for sales over $15 and $2.95 for sales $15 and under. The second thing that they're doing, we're removing the buyer protection fee. Shoppers will still receive the same trusted protection through Posh Protect without any extra cost at checkout. Number 3, we're ending Posh Pass Beta. We introduced this program to help boost purchases with the new buyer fee structure. With the return to our original fee structure, this program will be rolled back. We'll continue to explore similar programs that will benefit our community in the future. And number 4, we're offering a rebate. To give you time to adapt your listing and pricing strategies, we will issue a rebate for the difference in the selling fees on listings created and edited during the fee change period and sold via Buy Now from October 24th, 2024 through the weekend until October 27th, 2024. And so he ends the email, "We hope this decision reflects our commitment to listening and evolving based on your feedback. We're dedicated to making this platform work for you and encourage you to share your thoughts here." So there's a link. Let me just take a little look to see where this link goes. Okay, it goes to what appears, it's a Google Doc, and it says fee structure feedback. "We recently changed our fee structure and want to ensure we understand your experience. Please share your feedback with us so we can continue improving and serving you in the best way possible." So it asks about your closet name. How did the fee structure change impact your selling experience? Do you feel returning to the original fee structure will better support you? And then what aspect of the original fee structure do you feel need further improvement? Okay, back to end the letter from the CEO. "Your voice helps us continue to build a marketplace and community where anyone can thrive." And then it's signed Manish Chandra, founder and CEO, Poshmark.
Poshmark just announced today that they are reverting back to their old fee structure after just changing the fee structure earlier this month and receiving a ton of backlash for it. Now, I have a lot of mixed feelings about this, and I would love to know your guys' opinion. So obviously, Poshmark probably has the highest commission rate out of any of the other resale platforms at 20%. But I personally was okay with paying that because I make so many sales on Poshmark. Poshmark is my #1 performing platform. It overperforms eBay every single year. So when they changed the fee structure at the beginning of the month, I was obviously happy about it because of the lower seller fees. And I really loved the fact that I was able to accept lower offers, but still make a really good profit. I sold this Smythe coat earlier today for $350 and I made $324 from the sale, and on the Poshmark 20% commission I would have made $280, so I made nearly an extra $50 on this sale. But in the email that Poshmark sent out today, they basically said that while the revenue had stayed the same since the fee change. The volume of sales had decreased, so buyers were actually purchasing less items on the platform. I think that they just went from one extreme to another, the backlash, and then just reverted back when they very easily could have found a middle ground. Maybe they could have put the seller fee at like 15% and then maybe decrease the buyer fee a little bit, or they could have done 10% for the sellers and 10% for the buyers. Overall, I'm pretty disappointed that we're going back to the old fee structure.
I'm just about to jump on a call with the CEO of Poshmark. I have no idea what to expect, but I thought I would jump on and just see what they have to say and update you guys because you know I have to. They're reverting back to their old 20% fee structure. I got an email about this webinar. I thought I would attend just to see what is going on, and it is going to go back to the exact same fee structure, 20% and then the $2.95 on anything under $15. Posh Pass will be gone. No more Posh Pass, so there's that to think about. They are exploring the option for some seller incentives in the future. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that will be something similar to Posh Pass or what, but it would be cool to see some sort of incentive. I think all in all, I am very happy that they are going back to the flat 20%. It is easier to keep track of. I do think it is much more straightforward. As a buyer and a seller, never liked having fees passed on to the buyers. I think it will be really interesting to see what unfolds, but I hope you got the email. I'm very excited to see how the next couple of weeks go. Here's what I want to say is I love seeing behind the scenes and I appreciate being able to be part of that. The CEO, Manish, seems very sincere, and it does appear that they are just trying to do what is best for the whole Poshmark community, and I can definitely tell that they have their sellers in mind. I hope that we all see an increase in our sales. I know it has been all over the place. I've heard people saying that their sales have been better than ever. I've heard people saying that they have not had any sales since the fee change. So I hope that going back to just the straightforward fee structure is going to benefit everybody, the sellers and the buyers included. And I hope that coming into the Christmas season where people are buying a lot of stuff, that we are all able to make a lot of money.
When did Poshmark start adding hidden fees to purchases? I recently made a purchase on Poshmark and thought that the tax looked kind of high, so I clicked into the info and then I saw that the tax was like $5 on my purchase, but then there was a $7 buyer protection fee. And I'm not sure when this started, but I feel like I was not made aware. Like I had to seek out this information. I don't know how many of these I paid for at this point. And I've been using this app. I've been buying and selling on this app for a decade at this point. I've also wondered as a seller why it's been harder to sell stuff on here. And I was just thinking, the shipping's gotten a little bit higher. Maybe that's it. And people have said maybe it's all the resellers. They're just flooding the market. But I'm also thinking this is contributing because it's not just expensive shipping plus tax. Now it's expensive shipping plus tax plus a buyer protection fee. Like it makes it hardly worth selling things on this app anymore or buying them really. If you're buying something that's under like what, $20?
So that is the summary of what's been going on with Poshmark this month. In the meantime, let us know, do you sell on Poshmark? How have you felt about the changes in the fee structure? Did you see a decrease in sales over the last, let's say, 23 days, so throughout the month of October? Let us know in the comments. Hopefully, the outreach from Poshmark back to its sellers to let them know that they're changing the fee structure back to what it originally was will result in buyers on Poshmark being more content with the original fees and continuing to purchase as opposed to perhaps abandoning items in the cart once they notice that the fees had increased. Thanks for listening. See you soon.